welcome back to Total Spot Fest. JJ Brownlee, Jamie Faulkner, in that order, coming at you. We are recording at a reasonable hour because we decided to watch wrestling on TV this week. So,
no driving to St. Louis.
We could have. It's not that far, But no, it was. We were. If you guys caught us last week, we got a little loopy near the end because it was well past the bewitching hour. But thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We do appreciate it. If you want to join the conversation, as always, hit us up on Twitter at Total Spot Fest. Drop a comment down below. Always like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family members, tell your dad for Father's Day. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just tell everybody. We're here.
Just tell two friends, and then they'll tell two friends, and so on, and so on, and so on.
Spotfest it's a spot evolution. Okay, I'm gonna stop making up words now. I keep trying to make up words, and I don't. I keep trying to make up words, and I just can't. It just fail blog every time.
Yeah, it's A for effort, I guess.
Hey, it is what it is. Anyway, so we got lots of wrestling to talk about here. First and foremost, for those of you in the Kansas City metro area, if you are looking for something to do this Saturday night, Central States Wrestling is having their next show. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it is at 155th and Metcalf, roughly, in South Overland Park. Very good time to have. It's a little bit more family friendly than the Journey Pro, even though there's a lot of kids at Journey Pro lately,
Yeah, I'm half tempted to start bringing mine. Like when Heidi comes, like Audrey has been dying to meet Heidi.
If you don't bring her for Heidi, she might never forgive you. That might be one of those 20 years from now. It's like, oh, Dad, I was going to get you something for your birthday, but remember back in 2022 when you didn't take me to see Heidi Howitzer.
I feel like that's accurate.
So anyway, unfortunately, Jamie's got softball all weekend, and I have predisposed plans going on for the next 2 weekends. So unfortunately, we're not going to be there, but we can vouch for it. It's a very good time, very good wrestling. You'll see some talent that kind of is in the Journey Pro does play on that side as well. So if you're looking for some good wrestling in Kansas City, Central States Wrestling is going on this Saturday. And then next Friday, the 24th, is Journey Pro's next show called Free Your Mind. Oh, I thought you were going to go right into it. Okay.
Sorry, I was picking out our new shirt.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new shirt, ladies and gentlemen, that we will be debuting in July.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Be scared.
And I'm not going to give it away, but I will just say this. One half of us lives for the long game. And this shirt is directly related to one of these long games that is currently being played. That's all I'm going to say about that. So,
some of us do enjoy. One of us clearly enjoys long-term
storytelling. Well, I think both of us enjoy it. One of us really gets off on it. It's the way I would say it.
I would agree with that statement. I wouldn't say that, I would walk by that statement. I would totally live in that moment. Absolutely.
All right. So, Jamie, why don't you go ahead? You got it pulled up in front of you here. Why don't you go ahead and we don't have the full card yet. Full disclaimer, check us out. Coming next week, we should have an interview being released with some members of the ownership. Do a little preview, but you have the card as it has been announced thus far, right?
Yes, I do. I really do.
See, I can still set you up there. I got you, bro.
Thanks. So the very first one that they announced was the championship match, and Christian Rose will be defending his title against none other than Masha Slamovich.
I mean, this doesn't make me want to cancel my trip to Texas next week, but my God, it's close. It's like, ooh.
I'm gonna be there, and That's just gonna be hard hitting. And like I tweet about it too. I was like, anybody want to see a dead body? Because that's exactly how I feel about this. Like bad things are gonna happen on this one for sure. The second match that they announced is the return of Cheeseburger.
Fan
He
favorite.
is
Wonderful
fan
news.
favorite. He got over really well. People are like, please come back, please come back. And you know what? He is coming back, but he's not going against no slouch. Oh no. He's going up against friend of the show, Kenny Alfonso.
Go check it out. We did a little interview with Kenny Alfonso. Lots of fun. That match is, that is built. Those two guys, it's like, they're not carbon copies, but very similar style, similar body structure, size. That better be a long ass match, because that match is gonna.
And I think the pace on that match is gonna be insane, because both those guys like to work at fast paces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
flippy spinny shit.
Absolutely. After this, we have the culmination of one of the tag team splits, or the tag team split of the previous show, of Justin Fowler, Buns of Steel, versus Mighty Micah, Thumbs, formerly Thumbs and Buns, now foes, once brothers, now enemies, fighting each other. Thumbs and Buns going head to head. We'll see what happens. I bet.
You say culmination. I don't know if it's going to be the culmination of it. I mean,
I feel like it is. I feel like, well, it's going to set them up, like their feud against each other is done, because it's going to become bigger than them.
There you go. I'm with you on that. Okay. All right.
Not that I've called things before in the past, like my record speaks for itself. But now, this next match that was announced tripped my trigger hard, and I think it did you too, right?
It did.
We have Gary J. He's the welcoming committee for Journey Pro. Like, your first time here? Oh, okay. We're gonna throw you up against Gary J.
Yeah.
But this guy has some history against Gary J, and it's none other than Akira.
Ultra violence.
This match
Ultra violence
will hurt. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I don't know if Agnes can contain them. It's gonna be a ooh, that'd be amazing if this match actually spilled out into the. Okay, all right, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. I mean, you are fantasy booking a little bit, and I'm here for that. I like that idea. Let's talk Chris into
it. Well, we shall. So we'll see next Tuesday if we can convince him. But, ooh, and
that's hard so far.
As of this recording, as of Wednesday, June 15th, that's all we know thus far. But. I do know that there are some people regulars who not going to be there. Heidi Howitzer already announced for Triple L's event the same day. Some others as well. So could be a bunch of new faces. I mean, definitely by next week, by the time we release our interview, we should have the full card out for you guys. But should be a great show. Once again, Jamie needs somebody to sit with him and do cheers. So please, if you haven't been to Journey Pro show yet, get your butt in gear and go. If you're too far away, you can't make it, Journey to Anarchy on Twitch, twitch.tv/Journey to Anarchy. Check them out live. Good fun had by all.
100%, man. Great times. If you like yelling Lion Tamer, you got a friend in me. But no, seriously, come out, hang out with us. We usually hang out with everybody. We're but we usually sit with Chris and not Chris with him, but Kevin and
Kevin and Mike,
Bird Girl and Mike. That's usually our corner. But I'm always game to have more people around us, talking to us, talking wrestling. Hey, if you want to do a shoot on me, let's go. I don't mind shooting on people. Let's have a good old time.
Do it. That'd be amazing. So. Before we get into other things here too, let's keep it on the indie scene for a hot second, because every week we like to spotlight an independent wrestler out there. Maybe it's somebody you know and you've seen and you love, and maybe it's not. So, Jamie, you should have an independent wrestler for us to spotlight this week.
Absolutely, I do. I really do. Once again, and this just kind of completes the series, if you will, because we did Max the Impaler.
Mm-hmm.
We have done Heidi Howitzer.
Yes,
Might
ma'am.
as well finish out the Wasteland War Party completely and make sure everybody gets this name in their ears, in their brain matter. Leon Ravage. He is of the Wasteland War Party. He is 6'4", 275 pounds of genetic mutant goodness. And he is one of the smartest people ever.
Like shoot, for real. Like, like outside of wrestling, like legit. Like, I'm not going to get into it, but yes.
You can find him on Twitter. He's a solid Twitter follow. I do want to say, since we're on here, he just announced that he had an injury that he's dealing with, and he's, it's going to take him out of action for a little bit. So hopefully he gets a speedy recovery and he's full strength, and we get to see the entire Wasteland War Party at Journey Pro or St. Louis Anarchy or Triple L, like wherever we can. Like, he's a good dude, good human, excellent wrestler. Amazing wrestler. He's for the peoples, not the haters. Follow him at Leon Ravage, at Leon Ravage on the Twitters or on the Instagram, Leon of the Wasteland. So do yourself a favor. Those links should hopefully be somewhere scattered about.
Links down in the box down below.
Follow him. Look up his matches. Hell of a wrestler.
And when you have the whole war party together too, it's a sight to behold. And we unfortunately haven't in person witnessed all three of them in the same. Mm-hmm. Each one, some combination thereof, but not all three together. So one day we will. But great spotlight there, Jamie.
Thank you. I try.
And that brings us to our next bit. So as you know, we have a title here on Total Spot Fest that we like to, go about. Jamie, unceremoniously stole the belt from me at our last pay-per-view at Double or Nothing. But my friends, we've got lots of opportunities coming up here, and one of them is this weekend. So, Sunday evening is Impact Wrestling's signature pay-per-view, Slammiversary. It is their 20-year anniversary Slammiversary, or their 20-year Slammiversary. I fucked that up. It should be it's their 20 years of Impact / TNA wrestling, right? So they're going all out for this show, and the belt's being put up. Do we understand that Forbidden Door is a week from then and is going to be put? Yes, we do. We know this. It's okay. But so this coming Sunday is going on, and I'm just going to go over the card as it's been announced thus far. Impact is very key to making tweaks and changes. Remember, tonight's their last recorded, but weekly show before. So it card subject to a little bit of change, but we will have picks in by Sunday midday. And next week, we'll let you know who regained the belt.
Or who has successfully defended it more times than he's lost it.
Either way, we will definitely give you that. So, the once again, just remember, card subject to change. But as it stands right now, this is the card for Slammiversary. And you bet your ass I'm buying this and watching this because, my God, these matches. All right, so you have the Impact World Title match, Josh Alexander versus EY Eric Young. Somewhat surprising, you said, when it was EY, but I like it because it's somebody different. Yeah, it's not just Moose or, same old. Then you have a Knockouts tag team match, The Influence, which is Madison Rayne and Tenille Dashwood going up against Rivals become teammates, Rosemary and Taya Valkyrie. Okay.
Oh.
Impact Tag Team Championship, Briscoes defending against the Good Brothers. You have Honor No More. Was that?
That's a tough one.
That match. Their last match was good, that they had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Every match I've seen the Briscoes have this year has been good. I'm just going to put it out there. Like, I still
They're
have
on fire right now.
them, and FTR is still my match of the year thus far from Supercard of Honor.
Mm-hmm,
Still.
mm-hmm.
I mean, that match just makes me swoon. So, congratulations, by the way, to Mark Briscoe. Wife gave birth a little bit. Was it 6 weeks premature? But baby's healthy, doing good. She has some health scares, I know. So, congratulations. Like we like to celebrate the joys of life. So, congratulations to Sussex County Chicken, as he's called. I love the Briscoes so much. Anyway, Moose, Sami Callihan, Monsters Ball. Now, because it's the 20th anniversary, there is no punches pulled as far to signature TNA/Impact matches. So, Moose and Sami Callihan is a Monsters Ball. For those of you not familiar, it's just an anything goes hardcore match, basically. Do whatever the fuck you want. That's it. You then have Honor No More, Mike Bennett, I'm Matt Taven, Eddie Edwards, PCO, and Vincent versus the TNA or Impact Originals. Kazarian, Motor City Machine Guns, and 2 other teammates to be determined. I know. I mean, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt,
Joe,
Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels. Who could it be now? Not AJ Styles, we know that. Although I would, if AJ showed up, I would mark my ass up. It never happened in a million years. Although Mickey James was in the Royal Rumble, so just saying.
She was.
On the pre-show, they have 2 matches. So they have the Impact Digital Media Championship. The current champion, Rich Swann, is defending it against Brian Myers. Brian trying to get it back for his injured teammate and best friend, Matt Cardona. And then you have one of the oddest match concepts that TNA and Impact ever came up with. They announced that on the pre-show, they're going to have a reverse battle royal. Are you familiar with, or have you ever seen them do a reverse battle royal, Jamie?
No, this is the first time hearing of this.
It's weird. So, 18 men. I don't know why 18, but 18 men start outside the ring. And goal number 1 is to get into the ring. The first 7 that get into the ring are then now officially in the battle royal. Everyone else is eliminated. And then it's a traditional battle royal until you get to the final 2, where it becomes pinfall or submission for a victory. It's weird.
It sounds weird.
It's weird, and it could be a clusterfuck. But it's also, I can't remember what it was. I want to say it was 2000, was it 2009, 2010? I can't remember, but TNA had one that was just, it was like the first or second one they did. Not the first one, but one of the early ones that they did. And it was just a goat fuck of oddness, but in the best way. It was like, this is so ridiculous. It's amazing. It's one of those things. Anyway, a reverse battle royal. Now, something that is a little more welcome coming back to, Impact or TNA pay-per-views is the Ultimate X match. And you bet your ass we get an Ultimate X match. X Division title, Ace Austin, Bullet Club member and current champion. Did you see he joined the Bullet Club?
Oh, yeah.
So, Bullet Club member Ace Austin, Mike Bailey, Kenny King, Trey Miguel, Jack Evans, Alex Zane.
Jack Evans.
Ooh. JJ's heart's just, got skipped a couple downbeats there, but oh my God, that match.
It's going to be a spot fest.
It's going to be it'll probably be a total spot fest, that match. I mean, it's got all the flippy spinny stuff. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. And then lastly, you have the Queen of the Mountain match. Once again, very unique match that they do where your goal is once you get a pinfall, you then have the ability to hang the belt up. And the first person to hang it's kind of similar idea of the reverse battle royal, but a little less goat fucky, let's put it that way. So Queen of the Mountain match for the Impact Knockouts Championship. Tasha Steelz, the current champion. Deonna Purrazzo, Jordynne Grace, Chelsea Green, Mia Yim. Not a downer on the match. So that's the card.
I would agree.
That's the card as far as we know it. Now, once again, it could change. Card subject to change, especially with Impact. So we'll see what goes on. But we will give you guys a quick recap and some results next week, as well as where that belt lives. Is it staying in the FWO? Is it coming back to J Money Club? We shall see.
The belt's back where it belongs. It's home.
It was home. It was home, and then it got kidnapped. It got tooken. I got Liam Neeson that shit and get it back. Because Liam Neeson. All right.
Well, then the funny thing is we're putting it on the line the next week.
The next one. Whoever wins, that's going to have, if it changes both times, it'll be the shortest title reign ever, which probably means I'm going to win it for Slammiversary and then lose miserably at Forbidden Door. That is JJ's karma. That's what the fuck is going to happen, because why would I watch more wrestling than all of my other friends that have podcasts, Jamie included, and I can't fucking win a pay-per-view to save my goddamn life.
Well, I do watch New Japan, so there's that.
You have $4. You got a bunch of stuff. You do watch wrestling while you're at softball, for God's sake. So that was a little unfair. I apologize.
I'm committed.
I know. I'm just bitter because I think it's because I spent so many years before we started doing this podcast getting beat down by your then 12 and 13-year-old daughter. Like Megan, like prepubescent Megan beat the living shit out of not just me, all of us. Like cleaned our clocks. Every pay-per-view, just nailing it.
And be forewarned, her and I had a conversation that she says she really wants to get back into wrestling again. So you're fucked.
Everybody loves an underdog story. Everybody doesn't love a possible bribery, workplace, sexual harassment of nature story. So if you're not following along with what I'm putting down here, biggest news of the week we're going to talk about in a little bit later, right? It involves an AEW talent. I'm sure you already know what we're talking about, but we'll get to it when we talk about Dynamite. But I saw this yesterday. Did you see it before yesterday, Jamie?
I did not. Actually, I saw it yesterday. That was the first I heard of it, and it was late, too.
Mm-hmm. I saw it yesterday. I saw it via a headline from CNN, of all places, not a dirt sheet. And I go,
interesting.
Yeah. I'm like, or was it ESPN? One of those two. It was a red thing. Anyway, a red logo of news of sorts. Non-dirt sheet is where I came to. Of course, then I read more about it on dirt sheets. But Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Why don't you go ahead and I don't have it pulled up in front of me right now, but you do. Why don't you go ahead and, for those of you who have not heard, interesting things going on in WWE world.
Yeah. That's definitely one way to put it.
That's a nice way to put it.
Mm-hmm. Oh. We have other news. Wow. Okay.
What?
Sasha Banks was just released.
Like, what? Like, legit just released. Like, as
Wrestling Inc.'s Raj Girl is reporting that Sasha Banks was released by WWE. So,
okay.
that's my credit source. Okay? So if it's misinformation, you can blame Raj Giri. Wow, I said girl when there's that totally is an I. Raj Giri is reporting that Sasha Banks was released by WWE. So sorry. Hey, headline. All right. So here we go.
That's some
Vincent,
breaking news happening as we're recording. So okay,
yeah.
all right.
So Vincent Kennedy McMahon is being investigated by the board of directors for WWE. And why, you ask, huh? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
It doesn't work as well as who?
It definitely doesn't. He is being investigated for an alleged secret $3 million settlement agreement between Vince and a departing employee that states that McMahon allegedly had an affair with this person, according to the documents.
Shocking.
Yeah, the agreement bars the now former employee who was hired as a paralegal in 2019 from speaking about the alleged affair, and this person cannot say anything disparaging about Vincent Kennedy McMahon. So there are a lot of rumors about this. The Wall Street Journal is the one who also posted about this as well. They added that the findings was that McMahon used personal funds to the former employee, including the one who made allegations about Laurenitis, because I guess Johnny Ace wasn't so good either.
I definitely have heard that.
Yeah, and the one email, this is the one that I really picked up on. One email stated that McMahon increased a woman's salary from $100,000 to $200,000 after the beginning of their sexual relationship.
That's what I heard too.
And at some point, he gave her like a toy to Laurenitis, like just passed her off, like, here, play with my toy.
Wow.
And then the person says, my friend was so scared, so she quit after Vince McMahon and lawyer Jerry is the longtime lawyer for them,
lead counsel
paid
for
her
WWE.
millions of dollars to shut up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about the beef. I didn't really read all of Lauren. I heard Lauren was involved, but I didn't really hear to what extent.
Yeah, and Jerry McDevitt is the longtime WWE lawyer, personal friend of Vincent Kennedy.
He's lead counsel, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's lead counsel for WWE.
And he actually reportedly told Wall Street Journal that the former paralegal hasn't made any claims of harassment against McMahon, and that WWE did not pay any monies to her on her departure. So it's 100% done by him, but that's still not a good look. Like,
I mean, it's not. It's not. I mean,
he totally did what one of his stupid storylines that he had so many times when in the 90s and the 2000s, like the Trish Stratus thing. Like, that's what he did to her. Like, that's effing terrible, man. Like, we all knew he was a bad person. Now we officially have confirmation that, you know, he liked to dip his pen in company ink, so to speak.
Well, there always have been like overtones and thoughts, you know, behind the scenes of a lot of that. And, you know, to a man, everybody assumed that was with talent. And talent has always said, no, Vince has never been like that. He's not one, you know, he has never put his hands, you know, to a man. I can't think of any talent, female talent, that has ever said that Vince was that creepy, weird, whateverness. So there's a lot of people that work for WWE, though. So a paralegal of all things, that's crazy. Do you think this could? I know it's a broad stroke here. This is a jump of sorts. I know. What are your thoughts, though, of what this is going to entail for the McMahon family running WWE? Because Shane ain't there. Stephanie ain't there. Hunter's basically are not there.
Nick Khan, step on up.
It's the Nick Khan show. It's what it almost feels like he's the one that uncovered it and leaked it. I know. I just went wild, crazy fan.
Whoa.
Allegation.
That's super allegation.
That's super allegation. I didn't mean to be like that, but you know what I mean. Like there's been rumblings. People have been saying Stephanie steps down and this and that. All these things happen, and Nick Khan is a deal maker. He buys companies. He does this stuff in order to turn a profit. And if you're going to get involved on that high level at WWE, everybody said it's like he's going to be the guy that's going to prep them to be sold, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the one blocker in WWE being sold? The McMahon family.
Andy McMahon.
The whole family. Because Vince's daddy started that, started in essence, way back in the day. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't, but you know what? What do you guys think? If you're listening to us on YouTube or watching us on YouTube, put a comment below, tweet at us at Total Spot Fest. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple, whatever, iTunes, you name it, we're on it. But anyway, seriously, tell us what you think about this. Do you think this is it? Do you think they're going to get sold to Disney now for sure in the next 6 months?
Or is this a story that's going to fade away in 2 weeks?
Exactly.
Because if anything anybody knows, living in America, especially in this day and age, this doesn't, for people in power, it doesn't seem to be that big of a story for that long, unfortunately. We'll see. All right, let's shift the tides. You want to shift the tides to something a little more positive? What the hell?
Oh, yeah, I do want to put this little thing out there.
Okay, all right, what you got?
It cracked my shit up when I read this. I'm like, no shit, lady. So Sherry Shepherd, who took over the Wendy Williams show, did you see this?
I have not. No.
So she said that she was at an airport and had an unpleasant experience after she approached MJF.
Well, what the fuck? Of course you did.
And she said he was rude and all this stuff. I'm like, he doesn't break kayfabe ever.
He makes fun of people in wheelchairs to their face.
And she's like,
wow.
He was very rude to me. It's like, yeah, that's his gimmick.
He's supposed to be.
You're welcome. That was the dumbest thing. I can't believe he was like that in real life.
Oh my God, he's such an asshole. Ooh.
Yeah, he is.
I did not hear that. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, let's talk about some good, because good was what I would say last night's wrestling on TV was. Dynamite Road Rager in St. Louis on the campus of SLU, right there off of 40 Highway. Woo! I know we waxed poetically last week about Dynamite here in our hometown, right? Seeing it live and how it's, one of the best we had seen. I don't know. Last night's, I felt rivaled with it. Jamie, why don't you go ahead and dig us into last night's Dynamite, because I have so many things to say.
Hot take: this was better than the Kansas City one easily.
I think it was
easily. Well, and it was also named Road Rager, so you automatically knew that it was a little mini pay-per-view for them.
Yeah.
And okay, so I'm gonna run through the card real quick. It opens with the hair versus hair Chris Jericho Ortiz match. That's your first match. Bonkers right there. That usually is saved. Killer match, actually. Mm-hmm. And your winner was Chris Jericho with some help, which we can just talk about that real quick because I don't want to spend too much time on this match. But Fuego del Sol comes out of nowhere.
Very odd. Mm-hmm. Very odd.
He comes out of nowhere and he hits Ortiz with a bat. Jericho covers him for the win. Afterwards, Fuego unmasked. Oh my God, he's unmasked. It's Sammy Guevara.
You don't look... Okay, what are your thoughts about this? I like this because it gives Sammy, as much I hate to say it, heel Sammy and heel Jericho are better together than
I agree.
apart.
The sex gods, yeah.
Les sex gods, especially with the way this whole thing is going. Because, I mean, yes, Sammy's getting toxic heat, but you don't want toxic heat the way he's getting it necessarily. I like this. I actually do.
It honestly could save him because it was starting to turn to X-Pac.
He's getting
It really was.
It was close. For sure.
Yeah, so that was fine. After that, you had the 20 plaintiffs versus the one elimination handicap.
Wardlow kills Journey Pro, St. Louis Anarchy, Glory Pro's roster, you mean?
Yeah, did you see who was on the top rope?
I saw everybody. It's Kenny Alfonso on top rope. You had Kenny Alfonso. I should have wrote it all down. Kenny Alfonso, Luke Langley, Camaro, Quadfather Jackson, Campbell Myers, S.K. Bishop, Walter's brother, who I can't remember his wrestling name. Sorry. Anaya.
Correct.
Okay. Dan the Dad. Fowler, Buns of Steel was there. Kenny Alfonso. Moonshine Mantel. It was Wardlow killing Missouri's independent wrestling's roster.
Dude, that's so good though. And the powerbomb he gave to Kenny was not nice.
Oh, Kenny did some good
on
stuff.
all the people.
Kenny got the most kind of like moveset of anybody in the ring.
Spoiler, he's kind of good. People need to be watching this dude.
He's got a future.
So obviously we know Wardlow won, but it was fun. The announcer states that the case against Wardlow has been dismissed. I love it.
Bit cheese, but whatever.
So after this, this is really close. My match of the night. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. They did a little spoiler thing with the TNT title. And anyway, so Wardlow's going to be going anyway. They had some MMA guys come in. They turn on Sterling, whatever. But the takeaway is that Wardlow looks to be next in line to challenge Scorpio. Which, are you good with that?
Scorp just got it, and I feel like.
But you want to put you don't want to lose the heat for Wardlow is the thing. So you don't want to have him.
Wardlow cannot lose this. That's the problem. You're kind of putting him in a corner.
In a way, you are. But also, if you don't put him up into at least the hunt for a title. Mm-hmm. So you can find ways to extend this, though. Wardlow keeps getting screwed over by whatever. Sean Spears maybe comes out, during the match that he has against Scorpio. And he can cost him. So he can lose it, I think, and not lose the heat. But I feel like they almost had their hand was tied in a way that they had to push him up to a title.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
All right, you want to talk about this next match ad nauseum, or do you want to save it? I'm
gonna save it, but it is my match of the night. And that's Dax Harwood, Will Osprey.
No, it was almost my match of the night.
No, it 100% was because it had
Will. I know why.
And Dax Harwood is a
if it wasn't for what happened in another match, this one would have been. But it was 1A, 1B for me for sure.
Yeah. Then you had, oh my God, this was so fun too. Right after that, you had the face-to-face of Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Been wanting that. Same as Mox. And Mox is like 3 years. I'm like, I've been wanting it for 3 years. Like, this is what you want. Like, the ace going against Mox. And like, it was good. It was a very, very New Japan style promo.
It was
long pauses, very complimentary, which, is good because some of the Japanese wrestlers aren't used to the I'm going to shoot on you basically style that we do here in the United States. So,
right.
And honestly, Tanahashi deserves that respect. Like, you if you are a fan of wrestling and you think Tanahashi sucks, grow the fuck up because this dude is stellar.
No argument here.
I'm like, I can't believe everybody goes, oh, he's terrible. It's like, what are you watching then? I know what you're watching.
And exactly. who hasn't even been on their shows I've read lately. You know, it's like they put both belts on. Whatever. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually heard, who was it? I think it was JR actually said this because he's been called in passing the Bret Hart of Japan, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's
That's safe to say.
It's a very good comparison.
Excellent comparison, actually.
No, but you know, unfortunately, okay. What do you think about the way it broke down though? Because it broke down to, I felt a little bit of a hot mess.
It did, and it kind of pissed me off because I go, okay, they're trying to get more matches for the card. I get it.
Right. It's a week. It's week and a half.
It was
away.
It was a weak attempt just to get stuff thrown in there. Like, it was cool to see Desperado in there, you know, and a 6-man tag match, or sorry, trios match was announced based off of how Chris Jericho rolls in with his posse of people with Tay Conti and Sammy. You know, like I said, Desperado, Lance Archer was there too. It was just,
you didn't need to do all that. You could have had a short little kind of face to face with Moxley and Tanahashi, and then maybe, I don't know, a second women's match. This could have been a announcement backstage. Chris Jericho with Alex Marvez challenging this, you know, and then here comes Archer and that. And this is what you could have just done that backstage in 30 seconds. You didn't need to do all this. Could have done a second women's match. Tony, one of these weeks you're going to hear me.
Yeah, so the 6-man tag match that was officially announced was Jericho, Sammy, and Minoru Suzuki going up against Wheeler Yuta, which I'm very excited about that, Shota Umino, and one Eddie Kingston.
I mean, that's a match I want to see, sure.
Didn't need all that, though, to go with it.
No.
I agree with you.
I could have seen a graphic and been ready for it. Like, ready, let's go.
Yeah, thanks. So, a video package about Darby and Red Dragon, whatever. That was fine. Toni Storm talking about Britt, and I loved how she called her Brittany. You know, that was really good. But this next match was Amazeballs 2, and this was my number 2 match.
Oh wow, okay.
And that's Ethan Page with Dean Lambert going against the Redeemer, Miro.
Excellent looks match. So good. He looks.
Both of them looked incredible. Both of them are great.
Well, we know Ethan's got it. He just doesn't, you know, which is fine. But I mean, Miro. Oh God, Miro looks so good. And I'll classify. Last week when we were going over this, once again, it is late. Apologies. It's actually not a tournament. There's 4 qualifying matches, and at Forbidden Door, it's a 4-way match for the title. So,
yep. It's a fatal 4-way.
My mistake.
Miro gets the win. He hits his Redeemer kick and locks in the game over or whatever. I don't know if he's called the Redeemer.
It's called game over. I think it might be.
Well, the game over is a submission, but the kick, I don't know what that's called.
We'll call it Redeemer
really
kick.
Good kick. Okay. Sounds good.
Jamie's naming the AEW moves now, so that's what we're playing.
Then you have right after this the women's match of the night. It was an excellent match once again. This was a great match. Britt Baker, DMD, going against none other than Toni Storm, and
I love this match. This was fantastic.
I love this match for one reason and one reason alone.
What's that?
Britt actually put over Toni clean.
I mean, I'm with you. If you're going to have a single match, make it a banger, right? Make it a good one.
And it definitely fucking was.
This was. I mean, and there are parts of the match that ebb and flowed well. They did cancel out a Jamie Hayter by Thunder Rosa coming out and scaring her off, right? There was a vicious hip attack in the corner. And I thought, Britt, sell of the year. Like, everybody like in the arena did. I totally thought, I was like, oh, she actually did get hurt. She got a concussion. Oh shit, she's hurt. But no, Sneaky pin. It's like, oh,
dude, it was so great. And honestly, the Storm Zero that Toni hit on Britt was her best looking one.
It was the best
far.
one, and I prefer, as again, the powerbomb variant of that, but that one looked really good. If you know,
I like that spike. I like that quick hitter spike pile driver.
I don't mind it. I just personally, I think the powerbomb variant just looks better. It's like a mini Liger bomb, you know.
Well, and that is like a mini heat seeker. Like it's a real quick heat seeker.
It's a real quick.
And I prefer that better than the heat seeker. MJF get a better finisher.
So Toni Storm, and then later on they announced at Forbidden Door, we are getting a women's match, even though there's no Stardom, of course, you know, because there's no women in New Japan. It's Stardom. Title match: Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa. What do you think about that?
You want my honest opinion?
I want your honest goddamn opinion.
I want Toni to win it. Bad.
Part of me does too.
I love Thunder Rosa, and don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of reports out there right now that she sandbagged the shit out of Marina Shafir, which actually, after rewatching that match, I can see why people are saying that.
I absolutely did. She totally did.
I feel like if Toni is a stand-up guy to his people, he's gonna drop it. Like I feel like she has to. I feel like she has to drop it. Toni's a great person to pick it up because Toni does have that name recognition. Thunder is so much better in the chase than as the champ. Again, because they did the same thing they did to freaking Adam Hangman Page in the beginning. Yeah, do the exact same thing to him. Like he was off TV for like a while, or just like he was just around, but nothing else. And that's what they did to her. And like it basically just made her title reign meaningless.
I mean,
at this point.
it's like you don't know. It's like you book to a conclusion instead of booking through a championship, you know. And then she wins the title. Great. What about next week? Well, she won the title. Yeah, you gotta know what to do next. You know, it's like the foresight isn't. I worry that that's there, and before they were able to get past it because. You know, he's had this long-term idea for the world title of the first 3 years, right, of how it's going to go, right? That's what he had. You know, we had Jericho, we had Mox, we had Omega, Hanger. And we got to Hanger, he was like, I don't know what to do now. And that's corrected, but of course, injuries, things happen. But yeah, I'm with you. I think that, and I think that, I hate to say this because this is not a very good sentiment, but all the drama bits has been kind of going on with the sandbagging thing. I think a little bit there might be some punishment towards Thunder.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he's a stand-up guy, he's gonna stand up for his locker room, Toni, and the proof is out there.
Yeah,
do it. Knock her down, make her hungry again, and make her want to earn it and do it the right way instead of that, whatever that was.
There's a better way about it. Plus, I think that, you know, either way, I think Britt's moving into the picture, you know, in preparation of All Out. We'll see how it goes, though. I don't know. Could be anything. Anyway, so once again, Toni, more than one women's match, please. Just please do two. Please do.
Yes, and Toni Storm. That match was great. Like
fantastic.
It was
fantastic.
Beautiful match. After this, he had Stokely Hathaway. I love Stokely Hathaway. I appreciate the fact that he is actually Jade's person. Jade wasn't even out there, which made it even better.
It is so much better.
Willow Nightingale interrupted and said that she wants to prove herself and accepted the Jade Cargill challenge, which I like because I like me some Willow Nightingale as well. She's really damn good, and she'll be going against Jade on Rampage.
Yay! She ain't gonna win, but it'll be fun to watch.
Definitely will be fun to watch. The next piece was that in-ring segment with Hanger. Did you want to talk about that now, or you want to?
Yeah, I'll talk about it now.
It was a good one. This made Jamie happy, except for one thing, of course.
The inevitable direction it's going.
Yeah.
I called it last week, man, but you know, I think this was good. Hanger's been demonstrably better on the mic since near the end of his title run and then through here to post-title, right?
Yeah. The punk feud, since then he's been lights out on that freaking mic.
And still over as hell. He doesn't need the belt to be top tier. So
no. He did not lose anything by dropping that belt. But he comes out and he goes, last week I called out Kazuchika Okada. He knew that he wanted to challenge Okada for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, but he goes, I realize Okada, he didn't win it, and Jay White won it, but I still want to challenge, Okada. He goes, I still want that challenge, and Adam Cole goes, whoa.
His challenge still stands, is what he said.
His challenge still stands. Sorry, yes. Adam Cole again. He says he wants to congratulate the new IWGP champion, his good friend, good pal, the Switchblade, King Switch. Might be the reason why I'm wearing this shirt. I'm wearing my King Switch shirt for anybody who's not watching, just listening. But yes, Jay White is the new champion. And he says, Cole says Page will not challenge for the title because if anything, it's going to go to him because it's all about the Undisputed Elite, Bebe, and the Bullet Club. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was decent of him. And then he goes, you know what? I want. Let's just bring somebody out. Let's bring out a friend out. And Jay White's music hits. He's behind him. Behind Page. Hits the Blade Runner, which of course is his sister Abigail. For anybody who doesn't know,
also Destination Unknown. Hey, Ruby.
Destination Unknown. Yes. Oh yeah, you got your Ruby in. I'm proud of you.
Oh, you didn't think I would? Come on,
oh
Jamie.
No, I knew you would. You figure a way to get in there.
Of course I would. Hey, Ruby.
But then Jay gets the mic, and Jay actually cuts a really decent promo, and then he's like, "Hey, Hanger, you're not getting a shot, and sorry, Cole, you're not getting a shot either."
I know.
He's like, I'm the one with the power. I'm the one with the title. I'm with the power.
Which inevitably means it's going to be a triple threat. You know it. So step off a fantasy booking island, come back to reality land. It's going to be a triple threat. You're not going to get the Rainmaker.
The thing that hurt me the most out of this whole promo.
I'm sorry, Jamie. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
The thing that hurt me the most out of this was when Adam Cole legit said, when he was talking about Okada, he said he's not even coming to Forbidden Door.
Yep.
And I'm like, the way he said that felt really real.
Yep.
And like almost disappointed real.
It was real. I bet you it's real. I'm sorry to say, it's not going to be there. Maybe it's something maybe he's sandbagging for a different opportunity, right? I don't know what bigger stage you want, right? Maybe he's holding out for something else. Maybe he's doing a million questions why. I don't know. There's a lot of politics involved with a lot of this stuff anyway as well. Like, Andrade was supposed to be in a match, and New Japan, AAA blocked him from participating in anything in the New Japan related, which was dumb. Same thing with Lucha Brothers, right? And so maybe something like that's happening. I don't know. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, though, but that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's feeling like a triple threat, and it really, really hurts my soul because Okada, when they started saying Okada's name on TV, it's made it 100% feel inevitable.
Right.
And now they're putting doubt in my head, but I'm still holding out hope next week we hear a coin drop or at the show.
I think, and here's my Markstradamus stab. Take a chance at it. I think if you hear a coin drop, he's not going to be for a match. It'll be a post-match thing. I could imagine you might hear it post Moxley Tanahashi. That to me feels like the more poignant place for Okada. And yes, I know that his immediate focus would probably be on Jay White, the man who just took his title. I'm just thinking big picture, and I think that he would be too.
And that could set up All Out.
That could definitely set up All Out.
Okada, Moxley, and All Out. If that's a thing, ladies and gentlemen, if that's a thing, if it's not in Chicago, if it's within now, if that is the main event,
if we can make it, we'll be there for it.
Okay, so I'm willing to expand my region now. So basically,
based on my fantasy booking, really,
based off if we get Moxley Okada at All Out, if I'm within a 20-hour driving distance, I'm gonna go.
Fuck me running. Okay. All right. Well,
that's bell to bell, baby. That's California to New York.
We're talking like 20 hours. You understand what that? Okay. All right. Well,
we can take shifts.
Apparently, an all-out announcement is coming soon. I believe that is, Forbidden Door weekend. We'll get that announcement of where All Out is. So, that leaves us with the main event. And the match you want to talk about.
Yes. So let's talk about the main event right now.
Okay. This was my match of the night.
It could have been.
Oh.
It could have been.
Why do you say it could have been? What? There was a change to this match, by the way, for those of you not aware.
And that's why I cannot give it my match of the night.
Really? Okay.
Because Jeff Hardy got busted for drinking yet again.
Drinking and
driving on a suspended license somehow at like 9:00 in the morning. He has been officially suspended.
He has to complete rehab and outpatient before he'll be welcome back, is what Tony Khan said.
Yeah, he is suspended without pay until he can get himself some help. And
pray to God he does.
These demons of his, man, like it's
alcoholism's a bitch. You've known people, you've had people, close to you who have been alcoholic. I have as well. It's hard to kick. I don't want. Some people are very, especially on the internet, they're very brutal on Hardy, and I'm like, yes. Grown man, he shouldn't have been right. I understand all that, but it's a disease. Man has disease. Okay, he needs help. I hope he gets it.
I'm. It's one of those things. I'm not mad or anything like that. I'm totally doing the dad thing.
You're doing disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm just really disappointed.
You're such a dad. Oh my God.
I know, because I wanted to see the Hardy Boys. Sorry, the Hardys. And
same diff.
I 100% in my heart of hearts 1,000% believe the Hardys were supposed to win the belts.
That's what you called last week. We have video proofs of you saying that exact same thing.
And because they were gonna get their last run and then drop it to the Bucks, obviously.
Right.
That was gonna be the long term play, long term storytelling, ladies and gentlemen. And that was it right there. And Demons caught up with half of that, and they got pulled out of there. So it was just the Bucks versus the Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Jungle Express tag team.
Jurassic Express.
That's what I said.
No, you said Jungle Express.
Oh, whatever.
One day you'll get it right.
I have once.
You have
one time.
We have proof of that too.
One time I got it right. And I was really tired when I did it too. I guess.
I love it. You can say all these Japanese names till the cows come home. Yeah, and it's like, what's Jungle Boy's tag team? Jungle Express? No.
Jurassic Express, whatever. So this match fucked. This match fucked hard.
Woo! Like, talk about a spot fest.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was definitely built more towards JJ. That's probably why it's his match of the night compared to mine with Will Osprey and Dax Harwood. Oh my God! But
I think the match. Go ahead.
I think the thing about this match was not the match itself. It's what happened right after the match that made it that much better.
It did. Now, so let me just speak about the match just a little bit, since this was my match of the night. So, first of all, God so help you if you were a folding table in St. Louis, because they just killed all of them. There's no more folding tables in St. Louis. None.
Mm.
They don't exist anymore. And they were exploding, some of them. It was fantastic. I mean, you had a chain reaction before a commercial break where there was a Hurricane Rana off the apron of one person into a table, and then Jungle Boy did that. He tried to do it to Nick, who caught it midair and just power bombed him through a second table. He then jumped in the ring, did a top rope Canadian Destroyer to Luchasaurus, took him to the outside, and then put him through a table with a 450. And that was in a matter of like 60 seconds, right? This was just all over the place. I think the match itself was better with two teams. These two teams. Mm-hmm. I think that if you had the Hardys in there, the match wouldn't be nearly as clean. It'd just be too much. And, I don't know. I felt like the match was fantastic. You had a 2x2 stack of tables, which Luchasaurus ended up going through in a glorious fashion.
That was beautiful.
So many good moves. So anyway, it was right up my alley. Complete spot fest all over the place. Loved every second of it. And the Bucks got the victory.
Your winner and new AEW Tag Team Champions.
First two-time champions. Tag champions.
The Bucks of Youth. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bucks of Youth. But after the match, it was just... It was sad. Christian, was checking on the Jurassic Express boys. First he checked on Luchasaurus, and then he gets in there to, pick up Jungle Boy to, because he just got BTE triggered, man. Like he's a little woozy over here. And he's just getting him, trying to get him up, and then he yanks him away, hits a kill switch, and then starts talking trash, grabs two chairs, concerto on Jungle Boy. We have Christian Cage's final
inevitably
heel turn. Like,
but it
was, this is so long.
It's so long in the making, but just because it's so long in the making doesn't mean it's not good. I mean, we knew
good payoff.
We knew that Wardlow was going to turn on MJF for what, year and a half, 2 years now.
Yeah,
it still was rewarding when it happened. And I felt the same way about this. I was happy with it.
Yeah, I was very satisfied with it. As much as I'm not a huge Christian Cage guy, I was very happy with it.
The smarky heel Christian from his TNA persona was the best Christian. You talk a lot about heel CM Punk being the best Punk. Well, TNA heel Christian, arrogant, that was the best Christian I've ever seen.
Well, hopefully that's what we're getting.
Feels like it. So, that was my match of the night. Of course, and I knew as soon as match announced that this would be your match of the night. This was it. I said, it took a lot for me not to call this my match of the night, but I got all the spots I needed to do that. But Dax Harwood, Will Osprey, Jamie, this is your show. So I love this too. Just by the way, I only put one word down here. Wow.
Yeah,
that's all I put.
That is arguably the best way to explain this match. Is just simply wow. These two men put on a clinic, ladies and gentlemen.
So good. So good.
One thing, I love Will Ospreay. I think he is it. Like, if there's a pantheon of New Japan wrestling right now, it's Okada, Ospreay, then Tanahashi. Like, that's where I have it. And then it's like Okada, Ospreay's right here. Like, he's right there. I mean, if you had Kota Ibushi, if he was around there, then he'd be third, and then I'd have Tanahashi fourth, to be honest with you.
Ibushi's a sore subject for anything New Japan related, though. That's
It's like, you can't say title shot on WWE TV.
Can't say strap or belt.
I can't say strap belt. Can't say Ibushi. But anyway, so the thing about Ospreay that I personally love is his chameleon ability. He is good with anybody, and it's not just like he can match him toe for toe. Like, he still throws in his style in different ways, which is really, really cool. Like, you never get the same Will Ospreay match twice. And that is very, very rare because hell, like he's had 2 matches against Ricochet, right? Back in the day, and those were
both
just
amazing.
bangers.
Both amazing.
Both completely different Ospreys, though.
100%.
Like, one was the super flippy spinny shit Will Ospreay that just wanted to put on a clinic of like, I'm really athletic and fuck you guys. And then the other one was like, you know what? I'm going to slow him down, throw in some of my acrobatic abilities every now and again, of course. But more or less, I want to show that I can do catch wrestling and ground and pound with this guy. And he did it amazingly. This is the same thing because Dax Harwood is your legit 1978 Mid-South wrestler.
Yep.
Like, that is him.
I can see him at a VFW in Asheville right now.
Exactly. Going up against Terry Taylor.
Absolutely.
Like, so you have that style, then you have this chameleon style over here, and it was lightning in a bottle. Like, you had a springboard 450 from Ospreay that looked effortless onto Dax. You also had Dax going for his vintage springboard power bomb off of the top rope that got turned into a Hurricane Rana. Then he did another one and hit it beautifully. You had German suplexes a go-go.
Liger bombs out the wazoo. So many Liger bombs. Both of them just doing Liger bombs central, which one of my favorite moves. I love a good Liger bomb.
I love being a Liger bomb too. Like, that's just one of those things. Like, this match had so many things. Like, you had Ospreay going for the Os Cutter, which I love that they call it the Os Cutter. And then Ospreay wins with his elbow. I can't remember what they call his elbow. But it's beautiful.
It's a very good looking. It's kind of like, if those of you not familiar don't know what we're talking about. It's like Adam Cole's Shining Wizard, the Boom variant, with an elbow, but it's the way he does it is just.
It's like a spinning thing.
It's weird to explain because it's pretty as hell.
It's gorgeous, but the Commonwealth Kingpin. I should have worn his shirt, but I decided I really wanted to do King Switch because he showed up finally with his new belt. But like, oh my god,
so good.
Like, I could watch this match 1,000 times. 1,000 times I could watch this. And then after the match, which is what really got great, was the new IWGP heavyweight the tag team champions came out, and that's Great Khan and Jeff Cobb, which I did not know Jeff Cobb was from Hawaii. I learned that from watching.
I thought he was a Kiwi.
Yeah, I did too. But I was watching the taco vlogs with Thunder Rosa. Yeah, just
Jeff Cobb eats all the tacos.
Yeah, he had to beat Will Hobbs' record. So they come out, and then the rest, basically the entire United Empire, come out.
Right.
And then here comes out
Roppongi Vice and
Roppongi Vice and Cash Wheeler, and then next thing you know, Where's My Mind by the Pixie Hits. Somebody's healthy. And him and Ospreay went face to face, ladies and gentlemen.
Instant boner.
Feel it. You can just feel it. Like, if they are in a singles match, which I'm praying to God they do that, and then they have the rest of them all in tag, like they have FTR and Roppongi Vice going up against the United Empire.
Oh, you didn't see the announcement? They announced it.
No, I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I must
at Forbidden Door. You gotta pee sometimes. I get it. At Forbidden Door, Will Ospreay IWGP US title match against Orange Cassidy. It's happening. It's happening. So, they didn't announce any of the tag stuff. So is it going to? I don't know if they're going to. My guess is, because they have a bunch of them out there, they're probably going to do either an 8-man tag, or I don't know, because it's like what you want to see is FTR versus Cobb and O'Khan. That's what you want to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what do? Do you just have Roppongi Vice go up against Aussie Empire? That'd be fine, but I mean,
Those all will go together. But this is what I really want to see.
somehow, probably a 4-way tag match.
I will see. I would see that it would be an 8-man tag. To your point, I think that's 100% accurate. But then they have other tag teams that I really want to see in the United States, and they haven't done anything with them yet, which I think is going to happen with everything that's going on
Guerrillas
with
of Destiny. You know, God versus Young Bucks is the
Bucks.
obvious. That's obviously what you're getting at.
Yeah, I want Bucks and God, and then I want Red Dragon going against Evil and Dick Togo. Bullet Club versus Undisputed Elite.
I mean, because
who's better?
Well, God isn't Bullet Club technically anymore, but close enough. That's the most logical way to go, 100%. Because I get you. They haven't. So they've still got some stuff. They've only announced about half the card really for Forbidden Door. You know, we got Moxie Tanahashi. You have the Jericho 6-person tag match, Jericho and Suzuki and all that. They did say that Lance Archer and who was that? One of the other members of Suzuki Gun, Desperado.
Yeah.
They'll be involved somehow. I forget what it was. You have the women's title match, IWGP US title match now. Osprey, Cassidy. That's all that's been announced. So I mean, there's still room on this card, and it's at the United Center. Hopefully, it's not 13 matches long, like Double or Nothing, but we've got a few more matches to go. 100%. Where would you put this match? I'm assuming you're going full 5 stars on this match right now.
Oh, without hesitation.
Okay. I get you there. Is this your match of the year thus far? I know that's hard because you've got a dog collar match between MJF and CM Punk. As I said, you got Briscoe's FTR in there. I mean,
hell, you have Dax versus Cash, which was an amazing match as well.
That was a fantastic match. There's some good ones out there. It's too early for me to ask you that question, but
God, yeah. I mean,
it's gonna be consideration, though, right?
We have a legit shot at having like 3 match of the year candidates coming out of Forbidden Door.
Yeah, this next week here, no doubt. So, well, we're gonna leave you with that. So, you guys, give us a shout. Let us know what you thought. Did you like the tag match, the flippy, the complete spot fest, or did you like the technical mastery of Osprey Harwood? I enjoyed both thoroughly. Just knowing my proclivities, I liked all the spot monkey stuff. So, it is what it is. Let us know. Give us a comment. Give us a tweet. Let us know what you guys thought. Anything else you want to get to tonight, Jamie?
No. We got a lot, and we just happened to do some breaking news on Sasha Banks. So, there you go.
More to come on that. I'm sure as you're listening to this, more news has come out. Like literally, as we're recording, it was breaking out. So I'm actually getting ready to run to Twitter as soon as we're done here. So we shall see. We'll be back next Thursday. We'll give you results of the Slammiversary picks. Who gets the belt? Jamie? I mean, Megan's still in play. If she shows up, if she brings her game. Myself? Who's going to get the belt? We shall see. We'll preview Forbidden Door. We got the go-home show for Forbidden Door happening next week, which, by the way, does include the final kind of U.S. qualifier for the All-Atlantic Championship of Malachi Black and Penta Ascuro. Talking about match of the year, that could be one up there too. Who knows?
Like I said, there's like 4 or 5 candidates that are going to be coming out of this damn thing.
There's a lot. So anyway, we'll be back next Thursday, regular scheduled time, all that stuff going on. Check out, like I said, we have interviews coming out here. Next Tuesday, we're going to have an interview with previewing Journey Pro's upcoming show that's happening next Friday. Tickets are still available. I believe Front Row's sold out. If it's not, there's very few available. Those usually sell out really quick. But JourneyProKC.com, buy some tickets and see Jamie there. You know, I'm not going to be there, but see Jamie there for that. And we will be back with more. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We truly appreciate you giving us some of your time. Absolutely do. Tell your friends. And yeah, that's all I got. Jamie, take us home, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down with Total Spot Fest, I have 3 words for you.
Nailed it.
Osprey, Okada, Tanahashi.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.